What is happening in social media, and welcome to the first episode of my coaching log. I'm Dan McCrory, and so the coaching log is going to be essentially a vlog with multiple episodes. These episodes are going to be related to fitness, nutritional, training programs, mental health well-being, and they're essentially going to just break down educational topics and discussions and talk you through them. Today's episode is going to be based around carbohydrates, so it's going to be nutritional protocol related. Today's episode title is All Carbs Are Not Equal. This is suggestive of today's topic. All carbohydrates have a glycemic index. This glycemic index will range from low, medium to high. A low would be a range of less than 55. A medium would be a range of 55 to 70, and a high glycemic index would be a range of more than 70. Now, what do these glycemic indexes mean to us? So foods which have a higher glycemic index is going to have a more reactive response to our insulin levels. Therefore, this means that we're going to spike our insulin levels. What does this mean to us? This means that with a spike in our insulin levels, we're going to crave more food. It's going to basically spike them quicker, so the hunger is going to be there quicker. They're going to go through. Foods with the low glycemic index are going to have a much more minimal effect in spiking the insulin levels. This means that you're going to have a more sustained feeling of fullness for a longer period of time. So, what types of foods have a low glycemic index? Types of foods that have a low glycemic index are soya, beans, fruit, yes, fruit, and pasta. Now there's a misconception that fruit with fructose sugars are going to have a high glycemic index. But no, this is inaccurate, as fructose sugar have a low glycemic index. So the myth that eating fruit, because it's a fructose sugar carbohydrate, is going to spike your insulin levels is incorrect. Foods with a high glycemic index are going to be things like potato, white bread, and long grain rice. Also, the majority of junk food, like crisps and chocolate, will have a high glycemic index as well. Look at the back of so when you're in a shop, looking at a packet of food, you're looking at the back of the nutritionals and it's breaking down the carbohydrates. Have a look to see what type of carbohydrates they are. As the carbs with the low glycemic index will enable hunger and cravings to be minimized as much as possible. So you're looking for the polysaccharides and carbohydrates, or complex carbs, which would be a more simpler term to us. Now, timing wise for carbohydrates, I personally have a belief that nutrient timing is really, really important, especially for me as I do have quite an appetite. So, like the likes of the mornings, if I'm having carbohydrates, there'll always be the complex carbohydrates, so things with a low glycemic index. But I tend to have a more fat-orientated breakfast, so things with good fats. Therefore, there's going to be no effect on my insulin levels, so there's going to be no cravings or hunger being spiked. Now, post-training is typically a well-known good time to have your carbohydrates, as carbohydrates store in the body as glycogen, and when you train, you deplete your glycogen stores. So essentially, our stores are quite depleted, so we're looking to get them as filled as possible, as quickly as possible. So carbohydrates with a high glycemic index, so the simple carbohydrates, is actually quite a good carbohydrate to have post-training. So if you're wanting to have any simple carbohydrates, post-training is quite an effective time to have them, as your body will absorb them quite quickly to replenish the glycogen stores. Now, pre-training is also quite a good time to have carbohydrates. The reason being, simple carbs will spike your insulin levels pre-training. Insulin is a nutrient transport, so it will help shuttle nutrients to and from the muscle. So I think I use carbohydrates pre-training, and I think it's quite an effective time to have them. So pre-training and post-training for me, especially when in a lean growing phase and trying to promote muscle, pre-training carbohydrates will be an essential for me. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe to the channel for the following episodes. and for a lot more content coming. I'm Dan McCrory, and yeah, thanks for tuning in.